If you want to know how to stop smoking at Disney World, then I think I can help. As you can see, my family and I are pretty big fans of Disney because here's the Disney Castle, which I keep right on my arm here, just to, so I help me to believe. So anyway, my name is Bill. I'm an ex-smoker. I've been an ex-smoker for about 15 years. If you would like to quit smoking at Disney World or Universal Studios, I think I can help. I remember going to both places. Certainly, I think Disney, I've been to more. I remember going to Disney World as a smoker. And I remember that we were lucky enough to go a number of times, several times. And each time it would be several years later, and we saw what was originally, a fairly easy policy about cigarette smoking, which went down to basically virtually no policy or no place to smoke cigarettes. So with that said, I remember again my anxiety because we live in New York. My anxiety would begin on the airplane flight. So getting ready for the flight, taking the flight, flying there, being at the airport, all those things made me want to smoke. Once I, got there, then we had to get the transportation, and that created some anxiety. And I wanted to have a cigarette. And then we got to the Disney World resorts, and then you have all the check-in time, and you're excited about your room, and it's so much going on. Your family's all excited, your kids all excited, and I'm sitting in the middle of it all, saying I really could use a cigarette. I really need a cigarette. And then when you find your room and you're really excited because you're in Disney World, then of course you can't smoke in the room. So you're one of those lucky people that everybody settles in, everybody's happy and can't wait to get to the parks. And you're like, wait a minute, let me go out and let me go have a cigarette. So then you're trying to find a spot at the resort that wherever the designated area is that you can smoke if there is one. I don't even know currently. I haven't followed it that closely in recent years, but I'm sure there's some designated spots in and around the resorts, but I don't know that for certain. But I know that it created anxiety for me because all I wanted to do was have a cigarette. And then when I was in the parks, it was the same thing. There used to be a reasonable number of places where a smoker could stop and you were allowed to smoke. One time, probably the last trip I made there as a smoker came to mind when thinking about for this video. And again, when you plan a trip to Disney maybe months in advance, so you can't pick your weather. Florida often has days where they have some rain, at least part of the day, but sometimes it rains a lot. So we were lucky enough that one of the days we had picked and to go to Magic Kingdom, it rained a lot in that day. And the upside is that there was not many people there because it was raining so hard. We brought up our rain ponchos, we put them on. My kids were younger, so we were able to go out, stand in the rain. I kept a camcorder under the poncho. We got on rides. I remember going on like Dumbo, and we waited like 5 minutes to get on because there was nobody there. But anyway, I wanted to have a cigarette, so it was pouring rain. I looked up and down. There was nobody around. So I just walked over on one of the walkways in Magic Kingdom, not far from the Dumbo ride, and in the rain, and I lit up a cigarette. And within seconds, one of the Disney employees came walking out with one of those little dustpan and the brooms that they could sweep things up that are on the ground. And it was a woman, and she was wearing her rain poncho, and she was standing there in the pouring rain next to me and said, "I'm sorry, so you can't smoke here." And she goes, "I understand." She goes, "I'm a smoker too. I just can't let you smoke." So I remember standing there, the rain pouring down on me, the water dripping off my poncho hood in my face, stepping out the cigarette so she could clean it up with a little thing and then go back to her job, cleaning up inside somewhere. And in me walking off in the rain, trying to find the nearest small outdoor designated smoking area that Disney hid behind rocks or behind trees or someplace where the rest of the public wouldn't see this small group of bad people that smoke cigarettes. I mean, you feel like truly a second class citizen because you're kind of hidden away from view. And I understand now they don't want kids seeing people smoke. They don't want non-smokers breathing smoke. I understand all the reasons, so I'm not defending that decision. I'm glad that I'm not one of those people now. So if you want to learn how to stop smoking at Disney World or Universal Studios, I think I can help. About 15 years ago, when I decided to quit smoking, I documented everything I did. At the time I prepared to quit smoking, I documented how I felt at the time that I did quit, as long as everything I did, and I wrote everything down after I quit and how I felt. And now, as I'm nearing retirement, I decided to take all this information and put it together in a program and make it available to you to help you become an ex-smoker as well. It will cost you less than the price of a carton of cigarettes in many areas of the country, and I do believe that it will work. I do think it will help you. It certainly helped me to become an ex-smoker and never look back. I know it works. I literally bet my life on it. So if this sounds like something that might be of interest to you, I ask you to click the link below, learn a little more about it, and just realize you could be an ex-smoker before you go to Disney World. I'll see you as an ex-smoker soon.